Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be talking about the concept of the incel rebellion and the incel community as a whole. So just to break down some of the concepts, so incel is short for involuntarily celibate. If someone refers to themselves as an incel, it means that they're unable to have a dating or sex life. Incels believe that women only want to be with a Chad, and this refers to a guy with stereotypically masculine traits such as strong jawline, muscular, tall, aggressive, things of that nature. And incels don't have any hope for having a relationship because they don't have those particular alpha male-esque qualities. Now there are various incel websites, and there was a incel subreddit on Reddit, but that since has been taken down. Now for the incel rebellion, or also called a beta uprising or beta male uprising, this refers to a real life act of violence. So there was the Isla Vista shooting by Elliot Rodger, and the Toronto van attack by Alek Minassian has been linked to this as well. So in the incel community, there's a lot of anger and frustration towards women because they believe they are superior to Chads, but they're frustrated because women choose Chads over them because of their physical characteristics. The goal of these attacks or this rebellion is to punish women for spurning them and also to get the respect that they feel that they're deserved. And I do want to state that someone who murders innocent people because they haven't been successful in dating clearly has some mental health issues. But what I want to add is that even within that framework, these attacks are actually not going to accomplish what they want. So in psychology, there's this concept of the in-group and the out-group. The in-group refers to any group that you feel you're a member of, and this can refer to almost anything. It can be your favorite sports team, your political affiliation, the city or country you were raised in, or even just your actual friend group. And the out-group is just any person or group that's outside of that. And if your in-group gets attacked, you'll feel much closer to your own in-group, and you'll have much more negative feelings towards the out-group and have a much less nuanced approach to them. So following 9/11, even though it was by a specific terrorist group, there was a lot of general anti-Muslim sentiment. In Hassan Minaj's Netflix special, he was talking about how shortly after 9/11, his family was getting death threats. So any act of violence will bring a negative light onto the group or community that it's associated with. Now I know not every incel will be doing these acts of violence because thankfully these tragedies are relatively rare, but if you were considering doing it, ultimately it will work against what you're trying to accomplish. And if you're an incel watching this, I find your community looks as Chads as these gods amongst men and there's no way you can compete with them. I do agree men can be born with certain traits that make their lives easier, but I did want to talk about this one particular subreddit called Progress Pics. And there's lots of different people who make pretty significant transformations, and these are just regular people. If you're really out of shape, it will be a longer road for you, but it's not impossible. And also, I don't say this to brag, I've had women say I was attractive and it still didn't work out, because while looks do play a part, they're not everything. Now from the outside looking in, when you call yourself an incel, I feel that is reinforcing your belief that you are someone who is not successful with women because you're stating that you are an incel. However, I would really encourage you to take a look at some non-dating goals. There's a saying that, oh, you'll find someone when you're not looking for them. Now I don't think this is totally untrue, but sometimes people put way too much focus on their love life, and this saying is just trying to balance that out a little bit. Sometimes people feel if they don't have anyone, then they're just a total failure in life. But if you have some success in some other areas in life, it can put into perspective that there's more to you than if you're dating someone or not. It'll also make you less needy and desperate, which will in turn help you be more successful in your dating life. Now this part is for my fellow non-incels. I find incels generally tend to be a pretty popular target to make fun of on Reddit and elsewhere online. There's even a whole subreddit called inceltears where they just make fun of incels. Now I do admit there are some incels who say some insane things, but with any large group there's going to be some crazies in there, and it's always the really extreme ones who stand out. But overall I think this approach is not the right one to take, because by attacking them, you're attacking their in-group and therefore they will be even more set in their ways. I've been doing some studying on leadership, and when you speak at someone and just tell them how terrible they are, they actually tend to get defensive and just not listen to you entirely. If that's what good leadership was, then all someone would have to do is just yell at their subordinates and they'd be a good leader. But what a good leader is actually able to do is guide their subordinate to coming into that conclusion on their own. So if there's someone who you think might be an incel, you can't make fun of them to try and help them. What you can do is demonstrate some non-incel values. So by taking responsibility for what happens in your life and not just complaining that life is unfair, you'll help them come around. It will take some humility on your end, but this is the most effective way. So that's about all I had to say on this subject. If you're an incel or not, let me know what you think and leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Take care.